So let me tell you the story a little bit about how we make money, how those dreams, how those things that you want to achieve, how they can happen. Okay? Do you like simple ideas?
Love them.
You know, as I get older, I appreciate simplicity. And the thing you're going to love about this is it is so simple. It's simple to do. Here's how it begins. As you heard on the film, there are no membership fees. There are no long-term commitments. There's just an opportunity, you know, just the possibility. And it begins like this. The only decision that you have to make is what level of auto ship you want to enjoy on a monthly basis. Now, what auto ship is simply you telling Vemma how much product to send you once a month. You can increase that, you can decrease it, you can stop it. As the film said, no long-term commitments. So here are the choices. That auto ship can be for 1, 2, 4, or 10 of the Vemma nutrition programs. 1 is $60, 2 is $120, 4 is $240. 10 is our best value, $480. Now, any of these auto ships can include the Vemma. It can include the Verve. In addition to that, we have business builder packages called a basic pack, a silver pack, and an ultimate pack. Okay? So that's the only decision that you have to make in getting your business underway. That's the only decision, and it's completely flexible. As I said, you can increase it, you can decrease it. So, now, the business model, amazingly simple to understand. We have one product. In fact, we have a couple of delivery systems for it. We have the Vemma, we have the Verve. We have one product. We want to help you build 2 lines of distribution. Here's how that looks. We're going to put you in the middle here, okay? We're going to put your initials, E&L. And we want to help you build 2 paths of distribution. Now what that means is you only have 2 positions that you can fill. One on what we call the left side, the other on the right side. This 2-team concept continues in that we want to help this person do exactly the same thing, and this one do exactly the same thing. Just introduce 2. We call that 2 who get 2. Real simple idea. Likewise, it carries here and it carries here. Now, the beauty of this whole concept is that we are rewarded on volume. We're not rewarded on levels, and I'll explain that in a moment. Now, there's 10 different and distinct ways that we can derive income in Vemma. I'm only going to share a couple of them with you, okay? The first one is called what we call immediate income. Immediate income, because you know what you want to do anytime you start something or you get underway, you want to go, hey, how can I do something right away? You know, how can I begin to make this work so that next week I see progress? Well, immediate income comes in the form of what we call the fast start bonus, okay? So let's see how that works. How did you enter Vemma? What was the only decision that you had to make?
Whether we won 1 pack, 2 pack, 4, or 10?
Right, whatever it was, the auto ship, right? And so imagine that this person right here, how would each of these people enter? They make exactly the same decision. How do they want to begin? Okay, very simple. And based upon how these 2 people begin that you introduce, okay, there is going to be compensation to you as follows. $10, $20, $40, $80, $60, $120, or $250. Okay? So, based on how your first partner begins there, you're going to be compensated based upon that first purchase. Now, here's the great thing that happens with this. What we see happening is we see people realizing $200, $500, $1,000, some people as much as $2,000 in their first 30 to 60 days in the business. Why? The tremendous response to the film, the tremendous response to the concept and to the taste of the product is causing what? It's causing a high level of positive response. So even if you've never ever done anything like this before, we have a system in place that teaches you how you can immediately become effective, and more importantly, how you can begin to cash flow, how you can begin to have some income. So income number 1, what we call immediate income, or the fast start bonus, okay? Profit number 2 that we're going to cover is what's called the cycle bonus. Very easy to understand, okay? Remember what we talked about up here. You have a left path of distribution and a right path of distribution. When you have $360 of business on one side and 180 on the other side, you complete what Vemma calls a cycle, and you're going to be paid a bonus. That bonus is declared every week. It ranges anywhere from $20 to $30, okay? We like to use an example of $25, okay? Now here's the exciting thing. You can cycle as many times in a 7-day period of time as you choose to work, you know, based on the dream, based on that desire. You know, many people ask us, well, hey Tom, who do you look for when you think about this? We look for people that have a desire for change. We look for people like you guys that have dreams, that you're excited about your future, you want to see things change, and most importantly, you're not afraid to work. So the concept, you could cycle as many times in a 7-day period as you choose to put forth effort. So let me give you an example. Let's take 3 months here. And we'll look at, let's say, for example, the month of November, the month of December, and the month of January. Okay? Let's say that in you know what, guys? If you miss everything, don't miss this, because this is the part I want you to get. Let's say, for example, in the month of November, you had 10 cycles, the equivalent of 10 times this, 10 times this. You had about $3,600 in business on one side, about $1,800 on the other. Now, you didn't do all that, remember? You might have introduced just a few people, who in turn knew a few people, who in turn knew a few people, okay? 10 cycles times an average, $25, $250 of income. Now, not a lot of money, but not a bad start, okay? Not a bad start. But here's the thing I want you to capture. On December 1, that was November's income, right? You might have had some fast start income on top of that, okay? But on December 1, your income begins at $250. Now wait a minute. You say, well, that was production in November. But on December 1, you're at $250, begin at $250. And the reason is this word up here, the auto ship word, right? That product, the Verve, the Vemma, was consumed, right? Vemma turned around, shipped it again. Now watch. Say you begin to really see how this works. You add 10 new cycles to a point where your income that month is $500. Where's your income on January 1st of the new year? You start at $500. Say you add 10 new cycles, you had $750 of income. You begin to see what can happen. And the concept here, the principle, is not of you or of me doing a lot of business. The idea is what? A lot of people together doing how much? Just a little bit. Just a little bit.